We are at Tonkadale Greenhouse with Jessie, and she is going to teach Chandler and Ella and I how to make a fairy garden, which I am really excited about. I've actually seen these before, and I'm a little obsessed with all of these I love tiny things. So let's get started.
Okay, so there's a couple different ways to do a fairy garden. You can do an indoor fairy garden or an outdoor fairy garden. Okay. Today we're going to do an outdoor fairy garden. But you could possibly bring it indoors. So the important thing to think about is where your fairy garden is going to be. If it's going to be outside, you're going to want to make sure that your container has drainage.
Okay.
So a way to accomplish drainage in a container like this would be to drill a hole in the bottom with just a regular drill.
Okay.
Otherwise, you know, some pots come with drainage and you use a saucer, but drainage is important so that things don't get too swampy.
Okay.
However, if it's a container that you cannot drill, or don't want to drill, maybe it's something important, you don't want to damage it.
So you like the container, but you don't want to and you want to use it, but you don't want to compromise it.
Yeah,
okay.
There are ways, or say you're using a terrarium, like a glass terrarium or something where you don't have drainage, there are ways to kind of get around that. And so what we recommend is layering your container if you do not have drainage. And it's kind of neat too if it's a glass container, because then you see the layers, you know, kind of that old terrarium look. So the first thing you would do is put charcoal on the bottom. Chandler, could you pass us the charcoal?
A handful or the whole bag? Do you want the whole bag?
You can pass the whole bag.
Okay. Whole bag of charcoal, Chandler. Okay, so this is the charcoal.
That's charcoal. It's it just acts kind of as a filter. It helps keep the soil fresh so it doesn't get swampy and stinky.
Okay.
So that's the first layer.
Okay, and how much do you just, is there an inch at the bottom, or what would you do?
I would say just like a nice covering so that you can't see the bottom of the container, but not too thick.
And is this a special kind of charcoal, or I would find it at any greenhouse?
Yeah, I would say most greenhouses carry it. That's the brand that we carry.
Okay.
And it's nice. It's a little dusty, but it's you don't want to take charcoal from your grill or something.
Right.
It's a little awkward.
No. no charcoal from the grill.
Yeah.
Okay. So and then this is actually, I mean, when you talk about charcoal from the grill, it's like there's no way, because this is actually really...
Yeah, it's nice and fine and easy to work with.
Okay, perfect. So we start with the charcoal.
Yep. And
then what comes next?
The next layer would be rocks.
Okay. What kind of rocks do you have here?
We have, you could just use pea gravel. This is river rock.
Is this this right here? This one?
Yeah, you could use a colored rock if your container is see-through. We're going to actually use this rock as a soil cover at the end of our fairy garden, but that could be your next layer.
And this is really pretty, actually. I mean, it isn't colorful, but I like it. I like
it's kind of natural looking.
Nice. Okay.
So that's the rock. So that'd be your...
so gravel, then rock.
Yep, and then just potting soil. So you want to use an all-purpose potting soil.
Okay.
So that's something that has, good drainage, lots of good nutrients, etc.
Is that this organic potting mix for all potted plants? Okay.
Yep.
Yes.
So there's the potting soil. That would be for a smaller project. But we have, at Tonkadale, we have, we have the Tonkadale. So, one of these bags would probably fill this container. So we've pre-filled it so we don't make a mess.
Right, okay, perfect. Perfect, we like that.
So you could use the Tonkadale for a bigger bag. This is kind of for a smaller application. We'll use that to fill in.
Like a little terrarium or something like that. Okay, all right, so we've prepared our bed, our fairy bed, so to speak. Now what comes next?
Yeah, so what you kind of want to do is think of a theme for your fairy garden. The world of fairy gardening is very vast, so there's a lot of choices. And you want to pick a theme, like what are your fairies up to? Are they in the woods? Are they having a party? What are they doing?
Okay.
So you want to kind of...
Vacation.
Maybe they're on vacation at the park. What else do you guys think?
What else?
Vacation in Florida?
Vacation in Florida?
At the beach.
Like Mickey Mouse ears? Oh, okay, yes,
yeah,
at the
beach or something.
Picnic, what else? So something kind of summery or something with, and then you could actually probably change it when it's fall or winter, or if you bring it indoors. Okay. So should we pick, what kind? Do you guys think we should go with vacation?
Yeah.
I think that's, So we have, these are newer items for us, and they're really colorful, which is nice. So they kind of stand out against all the natural things.
Okay.
So we're going to start with the camper. So you start with your biggest elements first, and you kind of just lay them out, how you want them. So I usually put, like the camper in the back.
This camper is, I just have to talk about it because it's a little bit nuts. It is the cutest thing ever.
Yeah.
I'm kind of in love with it, actually.
It's really cute, isn't it?
So, yes. Okay, so this would be, biggest item first, and we're going to put it in the back right here.
Yeah, I think we'll kind of put it in the back.
So, Chandler and Ella, I've just put this camper in. Now we've got a whole bunch of other things to choose from. Do you guys want to pick out some of your favorite things? And what? Let's go one at a time. So Chandler, what do you see? Ooh.
For like the lake.
For the lake, canoeing in the lake?
Yeah.
Okay, where should that go?
So another thing about fairies is they need water. They need a place to drink. They need something to eat. So fairies, they need water, and then
Okay.
they eat nectar. So they need flowers.
Okay.
And they eat other sugary things also. So like candy or cake, lemonade, things like that.
So fairies basically get to live in a mystical world and eat sugar.
Yes.
Perfect. Sign me up, right? Okay, so now what comes
so we have the
next?
canoe, so that means we have to have some water,
Okay.
which is great. I don't know.
Okay.
Do you think maybe a bridge so they can cross a bridge?
Ella, what do you think? Do we need a bridge?
Yeah.
Okay, so here's this blue bridge. Look how cute that is. It's got like it's kind of like a lattice bridge or
Yeah.
something. Ella, where should this bridge go? Can you find a spot in this? Can you see? It's hard to see. You really can't see. Where do you think?
We should put like in front of the canoe and we could use this as water.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. In front of the canoe,
Perfect.
like right there. Does
Yeah,
that work,
that's
Jessie?
great. So we kind of just lay it out. I think, maybe those are our 3 main elements, and then
Okay.
we can accessorize at the end.
Okay.
So next we need to kind of do our landscaping. So we need to figure out where our water is. We need
Okay.
to figure out where our patio is. We need to figure out if we have a path.
Okay.
So
we should make an island that the bridge goes to and then water all around it.
I love that. Let's do
An
that. So actually,
island?
I think we kind of know what our layout is, but I think we need a little more soil just to make it higher.
Okay.
And then we'll kind of push the soil around to make our landscape.
Okay. Perfect.
High and low. Where did we put that?
The soil is right there.
Oh, good. So we have some potting soil here, and we can kind of we remember that our camper was going to be in the back, and then we had we have to have some sort of a river. So I like to press down.
Oh, look at you guys. She's making a path in there.
So
And I
that's
bet
where-
what's gonna go. Is this gonna go there?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're going to have our water right here. So it's kind of good to define those areas. And then, if you have a house or, in this case, the house is the camper, you kind of
Okay.
want to press it down so that when you're watering and stuff, you don't have, a sinkhole. Because fairies, they just don't have the equipment to get themselves out of a sinkhole.
Who knew?
You just got to think of stuff. So you kind of just plan out where you're going to go. So I'm thinking the camper here, we'll probably have like a patio or a sitting area here.
Okay.
And you know what? I have a patio all ready to go.
Okay.
So,
Okay. Should I put the camper back in?
yeah.
Okay. And then Ella, when it's time,
might be-
are we using this glass to be our river?
Yeah.
Okay. When it comes, Ella, are you going to be able to make the river for me? So you
Yeah.
hang on to this. Okay.
So you could make a patio out of like the river rock. We could do something like this.
Okay.
There's a path. Maybe we have a path coming from the door or something. I don't know. We can decide. Maybe this is good because it's the right size. You kind of got to play with it. So what we're going to do next, we know where our big things are going to go. So now we can put in some of our plants.
Ooh. What kind of here? Ella, come over and look at these plants and tell me what you think would look good.
Oops, now I moved it. Okay,
I see one of my very favorite things, and I'm curious what you think looks good.
so we kind of picked out a selection of some of the most popular things. Fairy gardening is really just terrarium gardening with accessories. So you're going to go back to a lot of the things that we use in terrariums, like ivies. This is called baby tears.
That
this
is
one
my
is
very favorite
really
plant. I love
popular.
baby tears.
These are
Do you like
awesome.
those, Ella?
Do you want to feel them? They're kind of neat. Yeah.
Chandler, do you want to touch it? Ooh.
They feel kind of furry.
Like baby tears.
And then you can use things like this is a fern or a houseplant. You can use that as a tree or as a shrub. So we just pop them out of the pot.
Let's use it as we should use it as like a tree.
Yes,
tree?
exactly.
Do you have any like fake berries we can put in it?
Oh, that would be a
Fake
good
berry.
idea for Christmas time or something. You could put some like red berries in your tree or decorate it.
So you're actually breaking that in half.
yeah, this was a 4-inch fern. I think I can break it in half. Do you want to hold that? Half.
Okay.
And it's real simple. It's kind of messy when you're doing the fairy garden, but you can edit it at the end. We have ways to
Clean it up.
clean it up. So
Okay.
we might need some greenery kind of behind the camper.
I love that. Do you see that, Chandler?
We'll
Little
maybe
trees?
save that
We
half
haven't even made ours yet.
for a different
We're working on this together.
area. The baby tiers I like to use as like a place for the fairies to sit, or just a way to kind of fill in space.
Okay.
These come in different sizes, but this one's a good size because what's kind of neat about this is you can like break it apart and make it into...
make it like a hedge, kind of.
Yeah, you can make it into a hedge. So maybe we have, you know, a hedge over on this side, kind of along that path. So if you could just kind of poke...
Here, Chan, come here. Poke
down a hole there,
over
and
there.
we can just put our baby tiers in there. So that goes in there.
Oh,
And baby tiers are really neat because they kind of just grow and mound, and you can trim them just with a scissor. You know, all of this stuff you just kind of trim with the scissors to keep it the size that you want.
Okay.
So we kind of
Just any scissors?
yeah, just your nice... I always have a secret scissors at home that nobody else uses, so it's nice and sharp. So there's that. One of my favorites, and you probably like this, is this is polka dot plant or hypoestes.
Look how teeny they are.
This is a great little, just a little accent. It adds color. I think a lot of this is about, you know, color and brightness and things like that. So maybe we have one kind of by the entrance. You know, maybe they have a shrub right by there.
The entrance to their camper.
Yeah, so you kind of use your imagination. Where would this stuff be? And then we have these viney things. This is angel vine, and this is a creeping fig, very retro. Ivies. So these are climbing things. So it's always nice to think of, well, where could they climb? I kind of like this creeping fig because of the white it has on it. It could climb up the side of the camper.
Okay, just like ivy would climb up the side of a house.
So maybe this is an established campground where they come there every summer. So this fig has been growing for years and years. So we just kind of pop it in here and then tell it to grow up. And here's our river still. Maybe
we like a bridge to get to the top.
Exactly.
Well, yeah, you could climb the vine. Is that what you're saying?
Yes. And maybe our bridge is kind of like there.
Oh, goes over the water. This is the path we did for the water. So that's how you cross.
Yep. Maybe you're still holding the fern.
What do you think, Ella? What's that? What's that called?
This is just a little sedum-y guy, lime green. It's really pretty. It's nice. I always pick the bright colored plants, and I always just kind of squish them so they fit.
I've never actually done that before. I always feel kind of like I've done it where I've taken the plant out and roughed up the bottom, so the roots, but I never know you could just mold them to what you wanted them to be.
Yeah.
It should be like a garden on the coast.
A garden on the coast?
Yeah. Exactly.
Like with flowers?
Yeah.
Oh, we have some flowers. We have some flowery things. This
Do you
is
like that one?
a calancho, and we always have little different kinds of blooming plants for each season. So there'll be poinsettias for Christmas and mums for fall.
There's baby poinsettias?
Yes.
And
so a different blooming plant for each season.
Okay.
And the thing to know about these is they're not going to bloom forever. So what you can do is just plant them right in the pot. Just pop the whole thing in, and then when it stops blooming, you just take it out, come and get a new one, and put it in its place.
So it's like an annual for the fairy garden?
Yes.
Okay.
An annual. Maybe you could find a place to put it on that.
Where do you think,
that
Chan?
side.
Like, can you see here? It's kind of hard to get at it. Here, let's switch spots so you can see where that would go.
I can't.
You can't? Should I lift you up? I don't know if I can lift you anymore. Here, let me see. I think
Well, it should be on the coast, so like.
like on the edge right here,
Yeah, and then.
Yeah.
like right there. So I just put the container right in.
Yeah, you just pop the whole thing in.
Okay.
And I think I'm going to put some more of this sedum here, because this is kind of like, a grassy place after the bridge.
Okay.
And maybe we put you can leave some areas not covered with plants too, because you want room for things to grow and fill in. And then you can add some moss and rocks at the end, and we'll do that.
Okay.
What are we missing? Do you want to pick one more plant out of our box that we need in our... Oh,
that red
yes,
one?
The red one. Where should we put that? Maybe back here? So we have kind of a...
Where do you think, Ella?
We should put it right by the yellow one.
Right by
by
the end? Do you think it maybe back here? Oh, we don't have room.
Well, I have
Here.
an idea.
Oh, like a garden.
Like opposite. It could be like an opposite.
Yeah, I like that idea, Ella. That looks really cute, actually.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like you said, kind of like a garden.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well,
So now
the
I
opposite, it look,
more balanced maybe.
yeah.
Yeah, and that's the thing. You can be like, okay, well maybe not there, but maybe back here.
Yeah.
What do you guys think?
I don't know if I like it by the pink.
Yeah, maybe not by the pink. Okay. See? Play
Wait,
it.
maybe by the bridge. You can put the red by the bridge.
Oh yeah, like it's still by the pink though, but we could switch it. You could put the yellow by the pink
Oh, that's pretty.
or whatever.
Yes.
You
But
know.
the point is, it's up to
It's
you.
switchable.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how are we looking? I can't even.
I think it looks good.
Okay. So now we kind of have our elements in. So now I think it's time to add some rock
Okay.
and our water
Okay.
and moss, and then we'll accessorize and lastly put our fairy in.
Okay.
Should we
All
just
right.
clear this away?
Yeah, let's
And
take
then
this away.
Ella's
and then
gonna
I will
do
grab
the-
these rocks too. Okay, Ella.
We'll use him on the next project. Okay, you're gonna do the rocks. So this is this colored glass. And you remember where a river is? You can just fill up the riverbed with rocks. You can scoop them out with your hand
Yes.
or
All right, we've moved our fairy garden so that my assistants can actually see what we're doing. We've planted all of our plants, we've placed our big pieces, and now it's time to make a river. Ella, did you know you were going to be able to actually make a river today? Who knew, right? Okay, so I'm going to have you, Jessie helped us make this area for the river. We're going to now put in this blue rock so we can make our river, right? All right, you ready? Oh, perfect, you've got a handful already. Go ahead, so lay it in there. And do we need a lot?
yeah.
Okay.
This is a full river. It was a really rainy season.
It has actually been a really rainy
yeah.
season.
So you gotta
The
consider
docks
that.
are underwater.
The docks were underwater. I'm gonna actually pour some into. Ooh, that is so pretty. Do you see that?
Okay, leave them for me to do.
I know. Here, well, can you do
You
more?
could spread that out.
Yes. Spread that out.
We need some under the dock.
Under the bridge. Yep. Okay.
You know, even all the way to the back.
Yes. Okay.
Fill all that up.
Yeah. Perfect. I'm gonna pour a little bit more in. Oh, that is so pretty.
Yeah, and it's nice to give it some dimension. You just
Yes.
kind of press it down. Now we do have to be careful because we don't want our water to get dirty. So
Okay.
from here on out, we got to be a little careful.
Okay, so meaning we got to be careful about, we don't want to replant at this point or anything
Yeah,
because,
yeah.
okay,
We're kind of doing
Perfect.
the top finishes right now.
okay, all right, now what comes next?
I think we need to cover the rest of our soil with either moss or pebbles. So
Okay.
Chandler is going to assist with the moss, and I'll kind of show you
Here's the moss right there.
how I do it.
Okay,
I want to do some pebbles and some moss.
okay, let's do let's do moss first.
So we have, this is just green sheet moss, and it does fade a little bit as it dries out, and especially in the sunlight. But one trick that we've learned is you can mix up like green food coloring with water and continue to spray the moss so it stays green.
Okay,
So what I like to do is just spread it out on a flat surface and use a spray bottle and get it all wet. We'll do it in the bucket. Then we won't get our tablecloth.
all right, do you want to get that wet, Chandler?
So just spray it really wet all over.
Who doesn't like a spray bottle?
I know, especially today.
Right? That's warm in here.
And that
had
getting it wet just
spray
makes it more
bomb right there.
moldable. You can, rip it apart and fit it to where it needs to go.
Okay, so like really wet, but not soaking.
Really wet. You can even put it in a bucket and
Oh.
then like wring it out
Okay.
like a rag. So nothing delicate about this. And the spray bottle is nice too. It's nice for at the end to kind of clean off your plants or clean off rock.
Okay.
And we'll kind of do that at the end. So here's our moss, and I'm gonna, you can see, you can just rip it.
Should I get my gloves back on?
If you want to. You don't have to.
I'm going to.
You're
So I'll
going
show
to-
you the first placing of the moss.
Okay.
So you just kind of use it to fill in where the soil is showing. Of course, your plants will continue to grow and then fill over the moss as well. But it's kind of nice.
It just sort of
Finishes
cleans it up. Yeah.
Cleans it up. So why
Here,
don't you
Jen.
just cover all the soil with moss, and then we'll put some rocks
What do you think?
also as little accents.
All right.
And while you're doing the moss, we're gonna add some bigger rocks. So some bigger rocks, just kind of rough it up and make it look kind of cool. So it's kind of neat, you know, maybe you'd see some boulders along a stream bank. So you want to place some boulders in the river.
Okay.
And we specially collected these rocks beforehand.
Perfect.
This is kind of the fun part. You can gather stuff,
Where do you think?
you know,
Oh, that
from in
looks
your
like
yard or
swimming.
garden that you already have and add it to your design. Do you want to do the rocks? Okay, so just kind of place them around the river. You know,
So
like
right-
I might put one kind of right there.
Where are you gonna put the moss?
Yeah.
Right.
You can put moss on the rocks. Right there.
Did you find a spot?
Cool.
Yeah.
I think this is
Okay.
Maybe that one's, yeah, I think you're right. That one's probably too
there. That's good,
big.
Chandler.
Maybe like one.
And then should we put some right
here.
here? Here, I can lift up this rock. Maybe that.
That looks great.
So pretty. Okay.
Great. And then, yeah, I don't know. Do you think
Is
we
it
need?
time for the pebbles?
Do you think we need some pebbles, or do you like it how it is?
I want some pebbles.
Okay.
Oh, pebbles on the side of the path.
Yeah, you could like line the path with pebbles, or
Oh, that would be cute.
you could
Like
kind
put them.
of place them along.
That's what I'm trying to do.
Okay.
Put them right.
You've got some grippy gardening gloves on. Okay. That's okay. All right. Perfect.
Whoops.
And then we need the other side too.
Yes.
We dropped
For
buttons.
sure. Here. That looks fun. It's like a little path.
It's mine.
And then I have these kind of colorful buttons. These are really cool. You could actually make a path with buttons, or you know, make little chairs with button tops for fairies to sit on. But I
cute.
thought they might be kind of cute, just, you know, pushed in the water, like just to
They
add
look
some,
like inner tubes or
like,
something.
yeah, like little floaties or
Yeah.
inner tubes. Do you want to put a few buttons in the water? I thought that would be kind of
put
cute.
some like random pebbles.
And then,
Random pebbles. Okay.
yeah, I mean, it is a
Like
it is a
beach
campsite.
is-
If we had more room, we could make like a fire pit with
Yes.
pebbles, or
Actually,
something.
we do have enough room. We do have a fire pit.
Well, there is a fire
Yeah,
pit, but I
you
don't know if
put
we have
it
enough
right
room. I mean, this is like, we need a fairy garden that is the size of this table.
I think, yeah, we really do, to have a, you know, a real live campground.
It would be,
Oh, yeah,
then
the
and then
canoe.
canoe. So this, we're gonna put the canoe kind of, Chandler, how do you think it should be? Like leaning up against the rock? Like they just got done canoeing? There. On the
Yeah.
bank of the river.
Exactly. So kind of, yeah, and that's the kind of the fun part. You can move stuff around. Sometimes the fairies move stuff when you're not looking.
Mm-hmm.
And it's always good to have some, you know, little animals. Maybe, what do you guys think? You want a frog or a turtle?
This is cute too. You want a frog or a turtle?
Okay, so wherever
Frog?
you want the frog, you
Wait.
can.
Oh, where should the
Do you
frog
have
go?
any green ones? Can I have a green one?
You want a green button?
That one, that one
Yeah.
right there.
Definitely. You want a big green one?
Yeah.
Where are you gonna put that?
Okay, I'm going to put it like right,
Right
here,
there.
like a lily pad.
Oh, perfect.
Oh yeah, there you
A
go.
lily pad, and then the frog is just in the river.
And then there's just other little things you can poke in. Like, it's kind of fun to do like a trio of bird houses, big, medium, small, you know, just to kind of have fun. And this is kind of, you know, you can collect items. Like maybe the first day you buy the camper and the bridge
Yes.
and the plants. And then the next time you come, you buy the canoe and the frog and the birdhouses. You know, it's kind of about collecting and creating a story and doing it together. So it's fun.
What I like to do at our house too, because we've actually planted a fairy garden, nothing as elaborate as this, but we've used things that we actually have
Yeah.
in the house too.
Oh, definitely.
So you don't have to start with all of these things, but a lot of times it's fun. I mean, I actually have a button collection, so you can use
Yeah.
your own buttons, and then maybe we have small animals that we like to put in there. But I think you can do that and then layer on a whole bunch of things, so it really is yours.
Maybe
Yeah.
a sock. You could put a sock monkey in.
A sock monkey?
The
Sure.
fairies would love that. But you know what? The last thing we have to do is to pick our
Small ones.
fairy. So there are
hold that one.
so many fairies to choose from. You just kind of have to pick the fairy that speaks to you and think about what they are doing.
Yeah.
She was for the lemonade stand. We'll just show Scylla for this one, maybe. Buttercup.
What? Buttercup.
I want that blue one.
You want the blue one?
Okay.
We gotta open it.
So
I
let's put
should
the
have
blue one in.
opened it
Wait,
first.
the blue one should be like right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that one can just go right in because there's like a door.
I don't know if we'll be able to fit the fairy in. Let's watch what Jesse's gonna do.
So all the fairies come with a little pick, so you can stick them in where they need to go.
Okay.
So there's a lot. He could be like
He could be flying.
overlooking.
He could be flying.
He could be standing on the bridge. He could be getting ready to walk down the path. Wherever you kind of want him. You like him on the bridge? Do you want to put him in the bridge?
But that was my fairy.
Well, you want to put him on there?
Yeah. You're
right.
welcome.
Perfect, Chandler. Thanks, Ella. All right.
Yeah. So he's there, checking it out, making sure things are
It's
looking
truly
good.
amazing.
Yeah. So then when you're all finished, you're going to want to water it in. Just use a watering can with a skinny.
Can I do that?
What is it called? A spigot?
A spigot?
Yeah, and just water when you're watering, you just want to water the individual plants. You don't want to take a garden hose to it.
Okay. So just just pay attention to each little plant that's in there.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I want to do that.
Perfect.
Like a stick.
Okay. Are you gonna water a plant for us?
You don't have a watering can up
We're
here.
just.
But we can use the spray bottle also to just kind of mist everything and get the dust and the dirt off of all of our plants. Also, this is Buttercup.
Where should she go?
Can we take this off for a sec?
Well, no, she won't fit in there, I don't think. So let's put her somewhere. So I think the fairies go in last. So this is their world, and then you put her where she should go. What do you think?
Well, we could have one that looks like a buttercup thing, and she could be climbing up that
Well, that
ladder.
doesn't fit.
She
Something.
kind of like. You know where I kind of like her? You know where I kind of like her? Is right by this yellow plant. You know why?
Yeah.
Because I feel like she might be trying to hide
She may be
from the
hiding.
other fairy, and
Yeah.
that is the closest. So then he can't see her because she's in the
smelling
yellow.
the flowers.
Or she's
and
smelling the
he's thinking-
flowers.
He's thinking where she is.
Yeah.
He's playing hide and seek.
They're playing hide and seek.
Yeah.
There you go. Thank you
Oh,
so
it's-
much for
yeah.
helping
Yeah,
us
your
with
eyes
this,
closed.
Jessie. This
Sure.
is so amazing.
It turned out really nice.
Yes, it did.
You guys did a great job.
Wow, this is amazing. Thank you so much. And thank you, Chandler and Ella, for helping. Ella, we need your wand to give it the magic touch. And we have a perfect fairy garden.
Yay!